From cobblestones and magnet to a grenade and a pair of scissors, we take a look at the craziest things ever swallowed by people. Cobblestones. Why swear or throw things when you're angry? Why not eat 20 cobblestones instead? That's what a woman in China did on an impulse while arguing with her boyfriend. However, instead of passing through her system as she assumed would happen, the stones stayed put, knocking about in her stomach and forcing her to seek surgery. In 2018, this bride-to-be lost her engagement ring in one of the strangest places ever, her stomach. Here's the ring on the x-ray. Jenna Evans said she swallowed her 2.4-carat diamond ring during a very vivid dream.
It was relief because I knew exactly where it was for sure now. It was also, there was a little bit of panic because then it's the next thought of, okay, how do we get it out?
Doctors decided against letting nature take its course until the San Diego woman they'd have to go in and remove the ring. Doctors performed an endoscopy, inserting a small camera down her throat to find and safely retrieve the ring. Talk about an interesting story to tell their wedding guest. Magnetic's children tend to swallow small objects when they get a chance. Every year, doctors see cases of coins and other small objects that toddlers swallow. In most cases, the objects will pass naturally. Magnets, however, can cause real problems. If a child swallows more than one magnet, they will attract each other in the digestive system and could rip through the intestines. 8-year-old Haley Lenz swallowed around 30 pieces of her magnetic set and suffered 8 intestinal tears. Keys adults have their own reasons for swallowing strange objects. 18-year-old Chris Foster, a student at Bournemouth University, had been drinking and didn't want the night of partying to end. So to prevent his friends from taking him back to his dormitory, he swallowed his room key. Foster had no recollection of the stunt but sought medical help after being told of it. Doctors took x-rays and advised Foster that the key would eventually reappear without surgery. Bricks and Stones, Paki Rapa Humaguni, besides having an awesome name, is also addicted to eating bricks, rocks, and stones. He has been eating rocks since the age of 10, and he's been eating up to 3 kilos of bricks, gravel, and mud every day. Kind of makes you wonder what kind of toothpaste to use for teeth strong enough to bite through rocks. This was a magic trick that went way wrong. In 2017, Morgan Renee videotaped herself doing a trick. She learned it by watching magician Chris Angel, and Morgan tilted her head back and then swallowed a quarter by accident.
I'm doing a magic trick, and the challenge for you guys is to figure it out. I put the coin in my mouth, and then when I spit it out, it could be 2 coins. Ready?
Should take the quarter, place it into my...
You see the panic expression on her face. Morgan then goes off camera, and you can hear her trying to cough up the coin. This x-ray showed the quarter in her stomach after that. Morgan says she's stuck to watching magic and not trying to do the tricks herself.
I'm like really, really scared. And I thought I was probably gonna die because what if it went down the wrong way? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I went to my bathroom and I was like looking at myself. I was like almost crying. I was like, I'm gonna die. I'm freaking out.
Grenade a hand grenade, this time in the stomach of a terrorist. Apparently he didn't think his playing through very well though, because he had no way of actually detonating the grenade once it was in his stomach and basically forgot to pull the pin on it before swallowing it. Hoops. Fork. When a cockroach jumped into an Israeli woman's mouth, she decided that it would be a good idea to use a fork to remove the pest. Unfortunately, she ended up swallowing both the fork, and the cockroach surgery was needed to remove the fork, which lodged sideways in her stomach. Engagement ring. Simon Hooper wanted to propose to his girlfriend but didn't want to pay for a ring. So he visited a jeweler in Dorchester, England. While the jeweler was distracted, Cooper swallowed the platinum ring. Cooper was arrested in X-rayed, but police had to wait for 3 days for the evidence to emerge. The jeweler says the recovered ring draws interest, but people don't want to buy it because they know where it's been.
Where are you, Anthony?
In the emergency room.
With every breath this kid took, there was a whistle. How he ended up in the emergency room in 2016 is quite a story. The kid was apparently playing with one of those doggy toys and swallowed the whistle part. A similar thing happened to Hector Flores Jr. of New York. He sounded like a rubber ducky every time he breathed. It went on for 4 weeks. X-rays showed little Hector swallowed the whistle part of the rubber ducky, and it lodged into his lungs. So while it may sound funny, it was really no laughing matter. Live worm Rosemary Alvarez was rushed to the neurological ER due to severe symptoms consistent with a brain tumor. When the doctors performed brain surgery on her, they were shocked to discover a living worm inside the woman's brain. How did it get in there, you ask? Someone somewhere had served Rosemary food that was smeared with the feces of a person infected with pork tapeworm parasite. Battery. One of the most dangerous things for humans to ingest is mercury. So when a 3-year-old girl swallowed a mercury battery, the situation was serious. Her stomach acid corroded the battery to a point that the mercury entered her system and caused renal failure. As a result of this tragedy, batteries are now made to be more resistant to stomach acid. Pieces of cutlery. Surgeons in the Netherlands were flabbergasted in 2009 by the case of 52-year-old Margaret Dahlman, who checked into the hospital complaining of a stomach ache. X-rays revealed 78 distinct pieces of cutlery, literally dozens of forks and spoons, which doctors were forced to remove one by one to save her life. Dahlman reportedly suffered from a rare personality disorder that caused her to consume utensils whenever she sat down for a meal. Bed springs and batteries. As you may have noticed, some of the strangest X-ray finds happen to be in prisons. This one is no exception. Prisoners in Raleigh, North Carolina were found trying to smuggle batteries and bed springs in their stomachs. Call us crazy, but we're pretty sure that swallowing batteries is not a good idea. In this episode of Family Guy, Peter Griffin chokes on a toothpick. But in real life, it can be serious. About 8,000 people are hospitalized for toothpick-related injuries every year. This doc says swallowing a toothpick can happen to anybody.
This is not a joking matter. This can be life or death. It's actually not that crazy because the toothpick, being only about 3 inches, can fit inside of one of these little sliders without even seeing it. If you're in a rush or you're eating this quickly and it goes in the right angle, you can swallow it and have no idea.
That's what happened to Ronald Wood in 2018. When he ate a bacon-wrapped scallop at a party, he didn't know there was a broken toothpick lodged inside the body.
I didn't even feel the toothpick go down. I had no idea I had a toothpick inside my body.
1 week later, he was rushed to the hospital with sepsis and doctors had to remove a portion of his colon. He hopes his harrowing ordeal will serve as a reminder to thoroughly chew your food before swallowing, just in case a pesky toothpick is hiding inside. Giant 10-pound hairball, an 18-year-old girl, came to the emergency room complaining of severe pain in the stomach and an amazing weight loss of 40 pounds. Upon further investigation, doctors discovered that she had a giant furball and lighter. It was taking up all of her stomach. The girl ate her own hair, quite a lot of it actually. And since the human body doesn't have the right enzymes to digest hair, well, the hair just sat there. 400 coins. Over 13 pounds of coins and other iron objects were found in the belly of Gulat Shur Singh. At first, sonography and x-rays didn't reveal anything other than intestinal blockage and a few lumps. Doctors still opened up his stomach and found 421 coins, 197 fishnet pellets, 3 keys, and 19 bolts from a bicycle chain. Bullets. Some people have bad luck when it comes to eating. A woman in California literally ate a bullet while chowing down on a hot dog and bit into the second one before realizing the issue. The woman took it in stride, noting that ingestion may be the safest way to encounter such a ballistic scissors. A quick lesson. Always use toothpicks to pick your teeth and nothing else. This person in China learned the hard way after using a pair of small scissors instead and swallowed them by accident when laughing at a joke.